What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Water Cooler Entertainment, where we bring you all of your entertainment conversations for around the water cooler in the morning. Of course, I am Vinny Z. I am joined with some high energy guys.
Very high energy. You know your boy Tyler.
The intern, that is Joe, is here.
I know.
This is gonna be a
Wacky adventure with the boys.
the boys are feeling very energetic right now.
Yeah.
Not me, the other two definitely. The intern Joe might actually get thrown out of here by the end of this show.
Quite possibly, but
The bet on that is a high chance that he just shrugged a whole Red Bull.
damn near shotgunned it. Yeah.
So the Red Bull is definitely
Definitely kicking in.
yeah. So let's get through this quickly. I don't know how much longer he has this stability. So today's show, let's kick it off with the 100 season 7. Tyler wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, so they added a new season to the 100. Really good show. I've been watching it for as long as it came out. Really good. It's about, I'll give you like a quick background, but it's 100 people. A whole of mankind went up to space, and nuclear stuff happened. They send 100 people back to Earth to see if it's habitable and survive. But it just keeps getting progressive.
Joe,
and it's
you watched
really
it?
good.
I watched a little bit of it. It was like a bunch of kids, right? They
Yeah,
sent
they
all
were
the young
delinquents.
ones down. Yeah.
Like juvenile
No.
delinquents.
I
Didn't
watched.
even know it existed.
I watched little
Very solid.
bits.
I thought it was like the whatchamacallit, the Greek 100, like that.
Oh,
Ancient
300?
Greece, yeah, like
300?
That's what I was thinking.
No, it's not that at all.
Is
But
it still in the CW or?
yeah,
Um,
I'm watching it on Netflix though.
It is
But-
on Netflix.
Yeah, so is
A little too deep for me. Season 7, we talk about this all the time,
yeah, but
Oh,
I'm
God.
telling you, it's worth.
and I don't know if I'm into that stuff.
You should try it. I would 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah. Dude, you gotta get into those longer shows.
Yeah, because
man. Like,
what you
can't
do
keep
is you
this
watch
up.
like stuff that has like 2 seasons, and then you wait another whole like year and a half
Yeah,
to
I'm
get it.
struggling with that right now with the Ozarks.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you either of you watch that at
No.
all?
No, that's on my list though.
I forget your list. Don't you have intern things to do? Yeah, exactly. Not watching Ozarks. Both of you. Great show, honestly. That's one of my best. But I do agree with you. I flew through, I think there's 3 seasons of that. Great. And now I've been sitting here waiting for the 4th season.
That's what I'm saying. So if you get into something that already has so much juice to it,
One show I'm really liking that I just like caught up fully on is Umbrella Academy. You guys been watching that?
I haven't seen it. No.
Dude,
I
it's
know
really
what I've
good.
heard, but I haven't
You know
seen.
I think it's like the head singer from My Chemical Romance wrote the comic that the show is based on. And it's very out there and weird. It's a very cool show. It's
I don't know.
time travel.
Definitely
and,
not for me.
No, you would like it. I think you would.
This seems to be a very, looking at these show notes, this is definitely a very Tyler heavy show. This is
Well,
what
I wrote
happens
them.
when I am not involved in show notes. What I think I have, there's 2 things in here that I've contributed to this, and they're
yeah.
both very similar. Where this is definitely a heavy Tyler show. I was
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be here for a month, so I gotta.
yeah. So get
I gotta
it
be
in while you
focused.
can.
Yeah.
So Tyler wanted to talk also about pre-order rewards for.
Yeah, so I've noticed throughout the years, pre-orders, like, rewards started going down a lot. Like, right now, the top 10 upcoming titles
which are do share with the
are
rest of the class.
the new Battlefront, it looks like.
There's
Crash Bandicoot.
They're making another one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like by time, like
I thought they were.
Squadrons
Time or
or
something like
something.
that. Yeah.
Um,
That came out already.
FIFA 21.
I can play
NHL
you ever
21.
You ever play FIFA?
Nah.
That's a fun time.
The
You gotta
new
do it
Watch
drunk.
Dogs.
You definitely see. We might do that tonight. We might get
Cyberpunk.
drunk and play FIFA.
I'm down.
That is the move. You ever do that?
But
I did
what I'm
once, I didn't
saying,
do
what
well.
I'm like really getting at is none of these really have anything that's like super intriguing, you know? Like nothing like you can get the Ultimate Edition for the new FIFA, but it's $100 and you get 3-day early access. Like,
That's the big thing now. And then they give you stuff with like Ultimate Team, and I've always said that, like, so I'm a big sports fan and I'm into the sports video games, and like all your pre-orders, all it is most of it's stuff for like Ultimate Team, which if you don't play, like, I don't play Ultimate Team because I honestly think it's a scheme for me to spend money, because you cannot have a good Ultimate Team without spending money. So that's why I don't play it.
That's a big thing with games as a service. It's a lot of making you put more money into it to get better stuff to keep you more into the game, so you pay more money. It's just
that's why I just don't play it.
Yeah,
and
I refuse to play Ultimate Team.
Like the new Call of Duty World War, the only thing you're getting is Frank Woods as a playable character, and you're spending. Or you're pre-ordering it for what? There's no point.
And then you're spending what? Is there an extra? Is that like extra as far as like?
No, that's just
pre-ordering. I know the sports games. A lot of them have like the standard edition. And then there's like All Star, and then like
almost every game. Like Elite. They have the standard. They have the Day One edition. They have the Ultimate edition. They have the.
It's ridiculous how much a $60 game
it could have its own name edition.
I know people who've dropped thousands upon thousands on Madden Ultimate Team. I'll be honest with you, one time I played NHL Ultimate Team, and I didn't dump like crazy money into it, but like I caught myself, like there was a week where I think I spent like $100 on like packs, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm like, this is a video game that I've already paid $60 to play it. I was like, and that turned me off. I stopped playing it.
I never really got into stuff like that, but like you get that with games like Apex or Fortnite.
Yeah, buying like V-Bucks and stuff.
I think the skins are the stupidest
player known
so dumb.
PUBG.
What is this skin? What does this skin get you?
And then
you look cooler.
You just look cooler. You look cooler. You spend $5 to look cooler. That's pretty much it. Like
wild.
Like I think it's pretty ridiculous. But I mean, in all actuality, the video game companies are being very smart with it.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to them.
Kudos to them, but I'm not
people
doing
spend the money, but I sure won't.
More power to you if you want to spend that money, but that's
But remember, you used to buy in like Call of Duty like, what do you call it? The DLCs.
Yeah.
And you used to get new maps and stuff and new guns.
That stuff would be worth it.
Yeah, like that. I think that's like a good investment, because then you can play like if all your guys.
Yeah, you get a new map,
you get
new
a new
stuff.
Map.
It's essentially, I'm not being smart. It's essentially like buying a new game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're getting a bunch of new content to play that you haven't seen before.
That's pretty much the only stuff I'll put money into, because like new characters. New
but the characters have to have new abilities.
Yeah.
It just to me the look doesn't.
In my opinion. Like cosmetics. There's no reason.
Yeah, to spend that much money for it. Like, put it in the game.
Yeah.
Put it in the game. It's that simple. Like, wrestling does it too, but wrestling's different because each wrestler is slightly different. So
a nice side note into DLC is with Smash Bros.
Oh yeah.
They just put in Minecraft Steve.
Another topic.
You don't know about Smash Bros?
I know about it. I just I never got into it like that.
I'm gonna bring my Switch over. We'll play it.
You keep saying this. I think intern Joe has said this since we started recording, and I'm still waiting for him to.
Well, you're really missing out, because I'm telling you what, we would go to each other's rooms in Afghanistan and just play Super Smash Bros.
Yeah. Really?
Like nightly.
All right, maybe we'll have to get into that.
Yeah.
Maybe that can be the next thing to do after the shows.
I don't have any of the DLCs or anything like that, but yeah, the new one they just released, announced to come out is Minecraft Steve, which.
What can he do though? Like I know, like they got like crazy.
He can build, summon blocks and stuff like that. He can mine the ground for materials to make better weapons.
That's pretty cool though.
Like you could have a wood sword. A metal sword, the rock, the stone sword, the diamond sword, and all that other stuff. There's different skins you can play as the zombie, the female version of.
All right,
Steve.
bring it over next weekend.
Yeah, maybe I'll even buy all the DLCs and we can play all the characters. But
I'm super down.
But it was funny because people were expecting a more epic character. Like, they were talking about Sora from Kingdom Hearts or like Dante from Devil May Cry and stuff like that.
My player was Ike. Ike was my boy.
So they were expecting all this like away from Nintendo, big ass badass character, and like Microsoft has been having a nice relationship because they had Banjo-Kazooie as a DLC character once too.
I remember that game.
Yeah, that was a good game. So like when Steve came out, I heard that it actually broke Twitter because like people were just freaking out, either loving it, hating it, all this other stuff. It was funny. It was nice.
Yeah, on the topic of games, I think I talked about this video game before, but Grounded. It's like Honey Shrunk the Kids.
I definitely think you brought this up.
They're updating it every month, which
you
is
know what
awesome.
I know when we talked about this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They're updating it every month, and I think this month they're adding
What
zip
platforms is it
lines. I'm pretty sure it's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure. I'm
Have you
pretty
played?
sure PS4 has it.
No.
Because I know Intern Joe was definitely our big, the biggest video game out of all of us. Yeah, biggest video game enthusiast.
Even if I haven't played it, I know
About it.
a decent amount about it.
Yeah, but Grounded, I think it's really fun. You can build a base, do all that fun stuff. It's kind of like Minecraft, kind of like Ark Survival, which I love that game. I know I've talked to you guys about it.
Yeah, I always wanted to get into it, but it's always had some issues with always being in like limbo on that being not finished but finished.
Oh yeah, it's never gonna be finished.
Yeah,
that game will never be finished.
But have you one game that's actually I've been hearing a lot about? Has anyone heard of Imposter?
Yeah, everybody's been talking about.
Oh my
that.
god,
wow, this is all over my head. What is Imposter?
So Imposter, you're like, I haven't played it, but I've seen some video of it. You're in this space station, and you're just this crew trying to keep it alive. But there's one guy out of you that's there to kill everyone else. So what happens is while you're doing your job, like refilling the CO2 or something in the systems, or like fixing something wrong in a computer, any menial job, there's just one dude out there whose job is just to kill you when you're alone. And then once someone dies and someone finds them, it says like body found, and everyone goes into this meeting on who was close to that area, who was there, and the job of the imposter is to make it that it's someone else so that they get kicked out of the
I'm
ship.
taking control of this show because
I heard it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, no,
I'm
really
taking
good.
control of this show back. Okay, I'm taking control, grabbing it by the horns. You Be Halloween, Adam Sandler's new movie on Netflix.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
As I imagine. So Tyler obviously has seen it. I haven't yet. It just
Maybe we should watch it tonight.
a couple days.
Yeah, it was
a couple days ago.
I watched it.
Personally, I'm such a fan of almost everything that Adam Sandler's recently put on Netflix. His run with Netflix that he's having is solid. What's the basis of the movie is it's like a murder mystery movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. He just did a similar one with Jennifer Aniston. Literally, I think called Murder Mystery.
Yeah, it's called Murder Mystery.
That's a really, really good one. If you haven't seen that, highly recommend
I've seen
that.
it. I skipped over it a couple times.
All his Netflix films seem very creative and out there.
I think Netflix gives him a lot of the freedom with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe last show or the show before, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, when they filmed Longest Yard, he literally said Adam Sandler would come up to him in between scenes, be like, say this or do that, and he was like, it made my character so much better. So I think Netflix lets him have a little bit more freedom. I think he's a genius. He's we'll get into it later, but one of my favorite actors.
I think he's hilarious.
Speaking of Netflix, speaking of Adam Sandler, speaking of this movie, Kevin James is in this movie as well, but Kevin James was on in an interview and was asked what Adam Sandler character would he like to see in a spin-off Netflix series. Bobby Boucher from the Waterboys, what Kevin James said.
Oh yeah.
Let's just have fun with this, man.
That
I think that would be hilarious.
How do you think they would start? What do you think the plot for that movie would be? Just
Maybe him
afterwards.
Him and what the heck's the name of the girl that he's with? You know what I'm talking about?
I know
The girl that he goes with.
goes-
Them having a child starting to play football.
That is solid. That is really solid.
Give me a seat in Hollywood right now. I'm directing it.
Yeah, that's a super solid idea.
I would love to.
Definitely.
Instead of my mama says, it'd be daddy says.
yeah,
Telling
That'd
you.
be great.
That'd be awesome. But
That's an awesome idea.
I definitely would watch that. As
Somebody
far as,
clip that.
please.
Clip that.
As far as other Adam Sandler, like, what else would you guys? That was Kevin James's answer. What would you see, like Adam Sandler's early stuff? I'm talking. What would you like to see redone?
Jeez. I mean, like we talked about before, he has some really, really great movies.
Yeah.
Great.
We had a whole
movies.
show dedicated to Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has great movies. I just don't know. I would have to rewatch his movies again.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
been a while
exactly.
since-
I don't know exactly which one I would choose.
Yeah.
No,
Same.
All right, so here's my personal answer. Like, just going through, I guess I'll fantasy direct some more of his movies. Big Daddy, obviously, is a good one. Him having his own child now growing up. Him raising the child like, you could just do so much with that. Raising the child the correct way.
Yeah.
Not having him smash cans. Or the... You know what I'm talking about? The scene in the movie where he's got him spiking the
Oh yeah.
the cans because they're on sale.
Yeah.
What else? What other good ones does he have? We already said Waterboy, Little Nicky. I mean, I don't know how much more you can do with Little Nicky.
Little Nicky.
That's a great movie. I know. I wish our show notes are in this room from that show. I wish I had the list to go through.
Oh yeah. That'd be solid.
To go through the Adam Sandler movies to remember what he was in.
I guess. Yeah, Little Nicky would be interesting because I guess it's also like another like kid situation, like him with the girl he ends with at the end, like a half human.
Let's be honest, we all would love to see all these Adam Sandler characters being
having
fathers.
Oh,
That's a solid
Jesus.
play. Yeah.
I mean, you could just literally direct any of them, but I definitely think
Like Hubie Halloween. I know you haven't seen it yet, but you've seen it, right?
no.
No.
I don't
Okay,
think he'd
well-
ever see-
Well, yeah.
We'll
I'd like
watch.
to see him as a
Kinda-
father.
I put it on my calendar to watch it.
Oh,
because I
jeez,
knew-
here comes
Oh,
his
challenge.
his list,
But,
his to-watch list. What's it, 100+ movies long?
Yes, I have a list like as long as the world about movies I gotta watch, games I gotta play, books I gotta read. I got
His
everything.
Switch
yes.
that he's got to bring over with him.
I will bring
Anyway,
it over, I
So,
swear.
I'll caveat into something completely different. Spider-Man.
180.
Yeah. Spider-Man filming in New York next week. They're starting filming for Spider-Man. And
Who's Spider-Man? Is it still...
I'm not exactly sure, but what
It's
I have...
Tom Holland, right?
Yeah, I believe it is.
I didn't know
But-
if they changed it again.
No.
I
There was
stopped.
a
I stopped
thing
watching
saying
when they
that he was
changed.
changed, but
I stopped watching
But
when they
you guys
changed
are
from
gonna-
what's his name.
You guys are going to want to
Oh,
listen
really?
to this
From
part.
The Amazing Spider-Man?
So, Into the Spider-Verse,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of like a cartoon. Well,
Yeah.
they want to do a live action with it, but have all the Spider-Man.
Okay, so the three different versions that they've
Yeah.
had.
So Tobey Maguire. That's
Tobey
the
Maguire,
one that I
and
like.
Then,
Once they
Wouldn't that be awesome?
no, that would be really
That's
cool.
such
I
a
think,
solid idea.
Yeah, and it'd be a nice way to maybe bring back those other Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like something Sony wants to do, so that they can go like do their own stuff in other
Yeah.
universes. Because Sony is kind of like butted heads a lot with Marvel on stuff involving Spider-Man.
We're back into intern Joe's realm
I have a
He's-
vast level of knowledge.
in very few things.
That hurt. That hurt.
So, that's cool. That they're filming movies again because I'm interested. I feel like we're gonna get a flood of a lot of things because, without getting too much into it, because I'm not gonna sit here and spend more time than we talked about. It's been talked about too much, too long by other people, other things, and that's COVID. With that slowing down productions of a lot of things, we're going to get hit, I think, in the next 6 months with just a flood of shows, movies that were delayed and couldn't be filmed or couldn't be finished that are going to be finished now, and I cannot wait because, to be honest, it's perfect because being locked in the way we've been locked in, I don't know about you guys, I've done a lot of watching, and I've watched a fair share. I've watched things that I never thought I'd watch just because I was interested and there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Like recently, me and I know intern Joe were talking about it. Legend of Korra. I don't know if you're familiar with it at all. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Familiar with it at all?
Oh yeah.
So it's the spin-off of that.
Yep. I remember
I was
seeing it. Yeah.
I grew up really, really into the Avatar stuff.
Oh, God, yeah.
That was one of my favorites, and I never watched the I guess, sequel to it, and
Yeah.
I watched a couple when it first came out when I was still like on the younger side.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. I wasn't into it, and then I just gave it a second chance recently, and now I'm watching it because it's actually very interesting.
Yeah. No,
Really good character development.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is definitely one of those things in animation that have been, put on this pedestal as like one of the pinnacles of like storytelling, animation.
Well, I think it's one of the few, not to cut you off, because you kind of took my next thought.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, it's one of the, and correct me if this isn't what you were saying. In my opinion, it's one of the few animated shows that told a chronological story and maintained the story throughout it. Like it didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't.
No, there's plenty of like anime and other cartoons, and animated shows that do real well with stuff like that. It's just that the stuff we kind of grew up with was pretty much very like episodic, like basic, yeah.
Episodic, where like
yeah.
if somebody got hurt, like broken arm at the end of the first, or at the end of the last episode, you started the next episode, they didn't have a broken arm.
Yeah. But yeah, like like we grew up with stuff like SpongeBob
Where
and Hey Arnold.
Patrick could be headless at the end of the episode, and then
and then
like
next,
Family Guy, same thing.
Yeah, but no, like you got shows like Gargoyles, Batman the Animated Series.
The Gargoyles just dig into my deepest memories. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that show.
I did too. But talk about
wow.
Avatar. Talk about, and this is going back shows ago when we talked about sequels and things not being done well. The Avatar movie.
Oh, I was about to bring that up. It was garbage.
Terrible. They completely crapped on Aang because they didn't even call him Aang. They called him Ang.
I haven't watched it.
Really?
I don't want to watch it. I don't.
It'll ruin it. Stop. It's terrible.
I've seen enough clips and stuff of it to go like
trash. It belongs right in the trash can. Trash can.
But
I'd love to see somebody take it and redo it correctly. And
a show that I think you'd really like that's on Netflix is called The Dragon Prince. It's made by the same people that wrote Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's really good.
Similar like stuff or not at all?
It's a fantasy world. It's more like medieval like Lord of the Rings with like elves and dragons and stuff like that.
You gotta check it out. Netflix, you said?
Yeah,
How
Netflix.
many seasons?
Right now, I think 2 or 3.
All right, cool. So you got me hooked.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You're gonna watch that show. It's gonna get old, and then you're gonna try to find another show, and then it's gonna be 2 to 3 seasons.
One day, I'm just gonna strap you down, and we are gonna watch Supernatural, which is 15 seasons.
No.
And you're gonna love it.
No.
And you're gonna thank me.
No.
And
it's
we're gonna have
way
fun.
too many seasons.
No, we can take it bits at a time. This is how you do it.
Way too many seasons or way too many seasons.
You're not a binger.
No, I need to be. I want answers. I need them now. That's how I am.
Usually, a show like Supernatural is pretty good because it's somebody for a few seasons. Most seasons answer that question in the beginning.
No, can't do it. Not
Too
doing
much.
it. Refuse. Refuse to do it.
Write in the comments what long shows Vinny should watch next that are
None.
like past 5 seasons.
None. 5? My limit's probably 3.
Yep. No. We're gonna.
3 is
So
a
like,
stretch.
if a show you like goes past 3 seasons, what are you gonna do? Just give up on it?
No, but I can't start it after the 3rd season. If it's on the 4th season, I'm not watching it.
You're just horrible.
Ozark fit the bill. It was 3 seasons
You're
in.
so horrible.
Great show. So disappointed that you guys haven't watched that yet.
So
Very, very good.
It was here in your mentality. It was too short for me. There you go. It was too short for me. I couldn't watch it.
I agree with Tyler here.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. How about that?
You guys miss out. Okay, wait for the 4th and 5th seasons. Start
There we
watching.
go.
What happens if it never does? Oh no.
No, they're already coming out with 4th season. Nice try.
Oh damn.
Great stuff. It ends. I'll be honest with you. Like the 3rd season ends with like the biggest like. I my jaw dropped to the floor, and I was just like the only word that came out of my mouth was like I couldn't like. I was stuck on speechless. I am speechless now. The ending to that is wild. If anybody has seen it, that's definitely one of the craziest endings and cliffhanger to be left on. And I don't even know when the next season's coming out.
Sad.
I want to say it's coming up soon.
Lucifer season 5. When is that coming out? That other half. I know
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't watched it, but do you know when the other half is supposed to come out? Because they only did half.
It keeps on saying soon when
Coming
I look
soon,
at it. Yeah,
yep.
it just says
I'm
coming
so
soon.
upset. I got so a couple shows that I got some people to watch from the podcast was Lucifer and the 100.
Haven't watched an episode of either yet.
Oh man, you'd love Lucifer.
I'm probably
really
gonna get
would,
into
man.
Lucifer. I tried to start it one night and low key
Fell asleep
yeah.
because that's all you do.
I know. It's the only times Tyler's like, man, let me show you this. Watch it. Maybe 10 minutes
Racked
in,
out.
done.
Oh,
I finally watched. What was the one movie you wanted me to watch?
What was
Game
it?
Over Man.
Game Over Man.
Is that what it was?
Game
Yeah.
Over Man.
That's a
hilarious.
very, very good.
If you're under 18, don't watch it. But very,
Over
very,
18, solid move.
very, very good movie.
Tyler
Hilarious.
did not misguide. I promise you. Have you seen it?
no.
No. Okay, so speaking of them, because they're the guys from what show are they?
Workaholics.
Workaholics. Speaking of workaholics, sitcoms, look at me making a clean
Hey.
transition. The Goat of Sitcoms tournament will be out this week. I promise you that. I tried to get it up, get it on this week. My plan did not go as planned, so
Like most of them.
No, most of them I do a lot more trial and error. More recently,
How many times did we try to start this podcast up before we ended with the three of us?
no, not that many. It was I think twice, and I finally got
like
we
three
finally got the
times.
right group together.
Three times.
Third time's a
I
charm.
was there through all three.
Third time's a charm.
And you're still the intern.
I'm still the
That's
intern.
the bad part.
I'm still the intern. Every time someone gets promoted past me.
I'm sorry, I was definitely not paying
Intern
attention.
Noah has an understudy that's probably going to become a step above Intern Joe
I would
before Intern Job.
I would lose it. I think that would be probably one of the funniest things to happen on the show.
We're probably going to be adding one more fella to the team. But anyway, Intern Joe over here not keeping his doing his job and keeping the show moving fluidly. It's distracting me. My plan didn't go as I wanted it to, so I had to go back to the drawing board. I'll have something figured out this week, and the Goat of Sitcoms tournament will be up and on the Facebook group. I cannot say this enough. Make sure you join the Facebook group. We are at over 120 members as of
strong.
today. It's only a little over a month in, and
No, it's really good.
the group has grown.
We're doing
quick.
great. We're also gonna have shirts given out to
Yeah,
other
well,
people.
we're doing the shirt giveaway. That'll be at the end of the. We're gonna do that as soon as we stop recording.
We're doing it live as well, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it live on our Snapchat. And then I'll post a video onto the Facebook group as well
Awesome.
from Snapchat.
I would definitely recommend following the Instagram, which is Watercooler ENT, all one word, no caps or anything. And then the Facebook group, and then the Snapchat's on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, you can find it there. Also, big news. Intern Joe yet again failed at his job. And I had to get us. Finally, we are on the Google Podcast app and
Oh,
iTunes.
Yeah, that's a very big step for us.
Yes.
I didn't fail.
Intern Joe was supposed to get this handled. He didn't. No big deal. I handled it. We're there. If you want to find us, we are now on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, and Google Podcast. That's right.
He would always forget to do it.
Whoa. Intern Joe, you're done. You're cut.
Fine. I'll
You're
go
cut.
back-
Actually,
go back to work.
we can't because we didn't do our best of. I actually almost forgot to do our best of until I seen my best of. So this week's best of, coming from Intern Joe, man,
We had a lot of faith in this guy.
we did, and he's definitely dropping the ball
I
tonight.
think this is a great idea.
Was the best actors. Obviously we talked about our best actors during our last show, so we said we'll come up with our
Even
top
though you
5.
changed.
I did change. I said that though. I said last time that I
Yeah,
potentially would change.
yeah.
I did. I said it would change. I said there was a chance it would change it because it was on the spot. But before we get into ours, Tyler, skip mine, yours, and Joe's because we're gonna go from our
I'm
list
tracking.
up.
I'm tracking. Ed L, Tom Hanks, Sam T, Robin Williams, Mary M, Adam Sandler, Nick B, Keanu Reeves, Stephen K, Jack Nicholson, Ricky L, Will Ferrell, Rachel H.
That's Ricky I, but it's okay.
Ricky I, Will Ferrell, Rachel H, Leonardo DiCaprio, Paul H, Mel Gibson, Daniel W, Chris Farley.
Solid pick.
Yeah, Chris Farley was a solid pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Miranda M. I don't know how to pronounce this last name. She's from the 100. She's Octavia from the 100. I have her on my list as well. It's Mary Aver. I don't know.
Yeah. Mary A.
Yeah. George N. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brandon N. Shia
LaBeouf.
Yeah, there it is. And John S. Leonardo DiCaprio.
You definitely skipped Bryce F.
Bryce
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
I also have 2, Nick A, Robin Williams, Devin C, Keanu Reeves.
Wait a minute.
Moving
we
on.
just did how many minutes of show notes? He knows in our show notes we list these things.
They just texted me. They just texted me back.
Get back to work.
Don't you have a computer to be on?
Yeah, at least. So that's the list. Only a couple guys I've seen there twice. I think. What?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Keanu Reeves, you said was one of yours. You know,
And-
okay, it'd have made the list, and we'd have been able to see it if you contributed.
I'm sorry. They just texted me.
And Robin Williams was twice.
Yeah. So.
Will
that being
Ferrell
said-
was a pretty good. And nobody picked Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I know. He actually was on my honorable mention. My honorable mention is kind of on the back of yours, too.
We're having honorable mentions now.
No. I was just looking to see who was on mine.
Those are solid. So
we can start with. We're gonna start with going from our fifth.
Yeah.
Each name our fifth.
Yep.
And work our way up through our list. So, intern Joe, since this was your idea, do you want to start? Do you want to go last? Who do you want to start? What order do you want us to announce them in?
I know my place, so Tyler can go first, and we'll just go down the line.
So, Mary A, the same one as Miranda M. It's the 100 Octavia. She's great. She's absolutely killed it in season
I have
7.
no idea who she is, so I can't say
Absolutely killed it.
either or not. Me next?
Yes, you next. Yes.
I thought he was going to be spiteful and put himself above me. My fifth is definitely, because I can imagine the comment section wanting to slander this because I think where this person actually falls in actors isn't top 5, but personal appeal. Kevin James is my fifth. I love that guy.
So I don't.
Clear the throat, Big Joe.
I'm sorry if I mispronounce this. It's Mahershala Ali.
Pause.
Who in the world? I never
anyone
heard of this
watch-
person.
Anyone watch Luke Cage?
No.
The first season of Luke Cage.
No.
Nah.
He was
Nah.
the big bad guy.
What else
in
is he in?
Copper. He was also in Green Book.
Didn't see that either.
I don't know. You know what?
You know what? Spider-Verse. You talked about Spider-Verse. He
Excuse
played
me.
Miles Morales' uncle, who was the
All right,
Prowler.
so Tyler, back in order. Number 4. I'm
Number
just kidding.
4
just
is-
kidding. Intern Joe, get ahead. But I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, no, I really like him. He has this.
I'm
nice,
very intrigued to see the rest of his list.
Yeah, right?
He has this
The
nice,
most
like,
oddball people.
calm personality.
The worst part is nobody's seen Intern Joe coming up with this list. He was in deep thought on this list.
Deep thought.
Like
This man was big brain mode.
yeah,
Like,
on
he-
this
he-
list.
Yeah,
And
I
his
wrote-
fifth is somebody I've never heard
I
of.
went through like 4 revisions. while
He
doing
killed
this
about
list.
10 trees coming up with this list, and that's number. Tyler, please, number 4.
and then he wrote it in his phone. Like,
Yeah, just
Hold
to
on.
make sure.
Let me just say though that like yeah.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ali, he's like great because I've seen him in a few different roles. Like in Luke Cage, he was this like kind of badass like mob boss type deal who had like the severe anger issues, and then like in Green Book, he was this musician, and it was just nice to see his variety of stuff. And you know, and even in Spider-Verse when he played Miles Morales' uncle, like he just has this nice variety and plays different characters so well. And that's what I look for in my favorite actor, someone that can change it up and not always play the same card over and over again.
Solid answer. I have no
Respect
idea
that.
who he is, but solid answer.
So,
Tyler.
my number 4 would be Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Smith is.
Will's a great.
He was in one of my revisions. He just got
Yeah, Will Smith was all over the place. But Will Smith did not make it over whoever the heck that guy is. I don't even want to talk to you. No, we might even you might be done for the night.
More or less, I kind of looked at your guys' list and was like, okay, I can keep this person out because I'll be able to talk about him with you.
No, it's not how this works.
Sorry.
Robert De Niro is my
No,
fourth.
sorry.
Solid.
Yeah, I just thought he's a very solid actor. I couldn't leave him off, and I had an empty spot. Like I said, Kevin James was there for personal preference, so I couldn't put... Like, De Niro just got open because I had 4 people in mind. I had a 5th spot, and I picked who I thought was the best left. And he's, in my opinion, he is better than Kevin James, even though I probably would prefer Kevin over De Niro. Nothing against De Niro. Just my style of movie is more of a Kevin James. I'm more of a comedic fan.
Yeah.
So Kevin James
definitely,
fits my
Yeah.
agenda more.
Yeah.
Intern Joe, please entertain the masses with your number 4.
What was Tyler's?
Will Smith.
Oh, yeah, it was Will Smith.
You were out of pocket.
I think the Red Bull is finally hitting me. Oh,
I'm hitting you now.
no, I'm crashing. I'm burning. My number 4 is James Marsters.
Do you know who this is?
If anyone watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel, he played Spike.
You know, this is what happens.
He just wanted to be an oddball.
Yeah, this is what happens
What?
when you hand an intern so much opportunity.
No,
This is a prime example of why he is the intern.
no, James is a great actor. He plays a variety of roles. He's mostly on TV though. He's also played in Torchwood, which is a spin-off of Doctor Who.
I've seen none of the movies or none of the things
I've-
that he has.
Runaways.
Literally
Runaways.
said.
Anyone watch Runaways, the Marvel show on Hulu? Runaways. God, you guys are killing me.
This is where
right now.
we need the
This
crickets.
dude is
button.
like one of my favorite TV actors, and you
You
guys
need a
just give me blank
soundboard. That's a
face.
great idea.
That's been an
Oh
investment.
my
It's an
God.
investment that I'm.
But yeah,
working
no,
on.
he just, like I said, like he fits my type.
So
of actor.
Tyler, number 3.
That's gonna be on it. That's gonna be on the soundboard when intern Joe is speaking. So Tyler. No,
I just want to add in, he is a great actor. James Marsters.
Yeah, Tyler, we're the intern.
Tom Hanks is my number 3. Obviously.
Solid actor.
Right?
Not
Hey,
who's
hey.
his name? James what?
Marsters. James Marsters.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
We're just-
yeah, so Tom Hanks, obviously, I mean, great actor. Getting old. I said actor.
you did not say actor. You said actor. Actor.
I meant to say actor is what I meant to say.
Actor. I think.
Okay,
you
what's your number 3, huh?
said. Number 3. This guy's talked about so much on our show. He might as well just be a friend of the show. He might as well just come on. Adam Sandler.
Whoa, what?
We literally talked.
Wait, what? Who's
We-
that guy?
Yeah.
What
Okay,
movies did
Tyler.
he play in?
Okay, Tyler.
Better than better than
Okay, you know what?
anything that's on your list. Adam Sandler. I don't even. We talked about him enough. Intern Joe. Please.
What oddball name do you have today?
Please. I'm really hoping this is
He is kind of an oddball guy, but Keanu Reeves.
See?
okay. At least
See?
it's somebody known.
See?
Yeah.
All right, but
Um,
still not high enough. And still, I think
Like-
to be number 3.
And I think like
He's
my
my-
favorite film of his is Constantine and John Wick.
John Wick, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
But,
why
like-
he's on my list. Yeah.
Big Replacements fan. Football movie.
Oh yeah,
Big
yeah, yeah,
Replacements
yeah. We
fan.
talked about that a few
Yes,
shows
we
back
did.
too.
I
I also
what's his name in that? Shane Falco.
Not many people were
Solid. I want a jersey.
not many people were a fan of this movie either, but 47 Ronin, he was in that
I
too.
heard of that.
And
I think I heard of that one too. Now you're starting to talk actual educated
Yeah, like,
things.
like people we know.
People are real
Yeah.
actors.
you know what?
Yeah,
Look
my
at you
my number
guys.
2 is Keanu Reeves. We just talked about him, so I'm not gonna go into him. But Vinny,
My number 2, and this is where I told people, forewarned them that it was going to change. He was my number 1 when we recorded last week, but I went back to the drawing board like I said I would, and he is not number 1. He is number 2, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I am such a fan of him, his ability to play multiple roles. just like some people that are on Joe's list, but he is definitely a better,
Relevant?
more known actor. And his movies are also known by people, unlike some people's list.
George Wallace or whatever he said.
Well, you don't even know his name. I think one was Ali, and what was the other one's name? Ali what?
James Marsters and
Ali. He couldn't even say the
Marsha
dude. Couldn't even say the dude's
Ali.
lead. Oh, so it was something
And
else
all
with
I know
Ali.
is,
James
It
Marsters
ended in Ali. The other one ended in Ali. It didn't
Yes,
start with
yeah,
Ali.
It's ended in Ali.
Is he related to Muhammad?
No.
Oh.
You're hilarious, man.
That's kind of
Okay.
Wow, no, it's
Mine-
not. His name is with Ali.
Okay. So
no, we
mine.
didn't hear Joe's number 2. We didn't hear intern Joe's number 2.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Let's hear it. It could be good. The floor is
Johnny
yours.
Depp.
Okay.
Oh, that's a relevant person.
The
Tell
Pirates,
the people who haven't seen a Johnny Depp movie. What movie is Johnny Depp playing?
You know, like Pirates of the Caribbean is like one of my favorite franchises.
It's a really good franchise,
And,
yeah.
He's just good because, all jokes aside, his ability to play very wildly different roles,
Yeah.
it's very uncanny. Like, in Pirates of the Caribbean, he does play
or the Alice films. Have you guys seen the Alice in Wonderland
No.
films?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The live action ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like him as the Mad Hatter. He's really
Yeah.
great. And
I agree. Solid, actually. That might be the greatest thing you've ever said in the history of water cooler entertainment. Because I couldn't agree with you more on that. But did he just call them the Alice films?
Yeah, he did.
Could you please? Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, me and him looking at each other like we.
Alice, okay. You know what?
Alice plays.
I feel like I'm just attacking you now because you're 3 and 4, or you're 4 and 5.
And I am also a fan of the Fantastic Beasts films that he's into.
I don't
The
think I've
Harry
seen
Potter spin-off films.
them. I don't think I've seen them.
Nope.
No?
Have
they're-
you watched too many Harry Potter?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Harry Potter
Okay,
either.
I'm bringing over my Blu-ray one day, and we're gonna watch the Harry Potter.
PlayStation
films.
plays Blu-rays.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
don't worry, I will be sleeping.
Okay,
For
so my-
sure.
So my number 1 is Bradley Cooper. I think he's a great, but
American Sniper.
Yep, American Sniper. Great movie. He played that very well.
Oh yeah, the playbook. He also played in that too.
He played a lot of great movies.
But
listen,
he's in a lot of. Yeah, you're right.
But what kind of upset me is I thought about this last minute. I think I seen it, or no, I was talking about it when we were going down. Mark Wahlberg.
yeah.
I'm so upset he didn't make my list, but I said what I said.
Mark Wahlberg could have definitely made somebody else's in the room's list over 2 people that I've never heard of.
Okay.
What's your number 1, Vin?
I like. Well,
Number 1 is Will Smith.
Yeah.
His ability
we
to
talked about him.
play everything. He is such a believable character.
yeah.
What
He
was
can
that
make
one?
you laugh your butt off. He can make you cry.
Yeah.
He can make you so his ability to emotionally affect people is unbelievable.
And the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, and-
Come on.
Like, yeah, no, he really plays these nice a great variety of characters that are thrown into weird situations, like with Men in Black.
You
Yeah.
go from Men in Black, you go to Fresh Prince, you go to Concussion, which I don't know if you guys seen that, more
I
of a
don't think I've
football related movie, but
Uh,
his character there is great.
And he uses raw
what was that-
emotion
what-
too,
yeah,
which
what
is
was that
like
one-
you
Yeah,
were
I
saying,
Am
it's
Legend.
so-
that one film when he was
The
he was
Pursuit
the
of
father.
Happiness.
Yeah, The Pursuit of Happiness.
Like,
he uses
he
real
is
emotion.
so.
yeah,
I'll be honest,
very,
he gets
very good.
very,
which
very
is,
emotional.
Which is why I think that one film he did with his son didn't do so well. Like that kind of space science fiction one. where they
Oh,
went back to-
yeah.
and he played this character that just had no emotion at all. It just to me just didn't
Feel like Will Smith.
I think he was doing great for what he was given and how his character was supposed to be. But just because Will Smith always has these characters that just bring emotion in, it was kind of hard for me to
Believe it.
and link with the character, you know.
Oh, definitely makes sense. So, intern Joe, number 1, is it the same as last week?
Yeah, it didn't change. Robin Williams, he is a fantastic actor, comedian. He's a really good method actor. He really gets into his roles, still to this day, the genie in Aladdin
Oh,
is just
yeah.
this powerful, colorful character that makes me laugh, makes me believe in magic and stuff like
then
that.
played in Missed Outfire.
Yeah, Missed Outfire. He was great in that. That father that just wanted to spend more time with his kids, and stuff like that. Especially like anyone watch Hook?
No.
Yeah, he's in
Hook,
that.
like Hook,
Very good.
that movie, like what if Peter Pan grew up? You know, like
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, that's a really good. You've never
it's-
seen that? That's
no.
solid.
oh my god, it is
Very
a
solid.
fantastic film. Actually going back to Avatar: The Last Airbender, the kid who was in charge of the Lost Boys in that film, he's Zuko. He voiced Zuko.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, voiced him in the not the movie.
No,
in
in the show.
Okay.
He's the voice of Zuko.
Please don't ever bring that movie up again in the show.
No, yeah, he's the voice
Terrible
of Zuko.
movie.
He actually has a book that talks about his life from the movie Hook to his Zuko. It says I forget the name of the character.
I'm definitely interested in that.
But it's a book that he wrote and says like whatever that kid's name in Lost Boys to Zuko, and it's just his life, acting and his ups and downs.
Elevation.
That's definitely interesting.
That's a solid.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a very
I've
solid
always-
read.
Yeah,
I've
and I
always
do
been
like
meaning
reading.
to read it. It's
As
kind
you
of,
see, I have a great collection of wrestling books behind you.
yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's time to wrap it up. Let's give it the wrap up.
Well,
I do want to put in my honorable mention.
Oh, no.
So-
Gal Gadot is
Ah.
awesome. Okay.
So what I
and
have to say for
Wonder
next
Woman-
week.
Fast
Next,
and
this
Furious.
best shush.
Next week.
This is why I drink.
Next week's best of is Halloween movies. Obviously, it's spooky season. We're all trying to get our Halloween on.
Are we doing Halloween, just based Halloween, or are we going horror movies? I think that's
No.
two very different topics.
Halloween. So
It can
QB
be
Halloween.
okay, cool. Because if we're being honest, horror movies needs to be
A whole different category.
yeah. Because
Completely agree.
I'm gonna not enjoy that week. Not a
Me
horror
neither.
movie
I'm
fan.
not a horror movie fan at all.
Oh my god, you guys are horrible.
I don't like stuff
I lo-
jumping out
I
at me
love
when I
horror
can't do
movies.
anything about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I don't like those scary mazes.
My big thing though is so I can watch a scary movie as long as I know it's if I know if this were to
It's-
become real, I could avoid it. So I can watch Friday the 13th because it's hey, I'm just not gonna go to Camp Crystal Lake. That simple. You don't want that to happen? Don't go to Camp Crystal
So I
Lake.
guess Halloween, you just
Is Halloween.
Halloween's with Mike Myers.
Yeah, don't do that. Won't do. I definitely will never do a Freddy Krueger movie because that's all dream stuff, and I'm already
You know what I don't like? The paranormal stuff.
yeah,
Not
no.
the actual paranormal
Actually,
stuff. Not
Insidious.
Like the joking.
I can watch Insidious. You ever seen that? I watch that.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Well, that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. So we're gonna wrap it up here. As soon as we cut the mics, we are going to get onto our Snapchat, and we are going to roll the raffle for the free Water Cooler Entertainment T-shirt. Good luck to everybody in it. I think there's 200 plus people in it. I think
Yeah.
around 240 people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to everybody. Thanks for listening as always, guys, and we
Thank
will
you
talk
for
to
all
you
the
next week.
support, everybody.
Yep, see ya.